my God. Well, I know every single one of you guys' heart rate is completely off the charts right now. That was way more close than that game should have been, but guess what? We got the hell out of Atlanta, and we left with a season sweep over the shit Atlanta Falcons. Kudos to all of you Atlanta Falcons fans for proving once again that your team is hot garbage. Shout out to Slitta, Sports Live and the ATL, Chandler, Rise Up ATL. I really hate that you guys had to suffer this defeat 2 times in one season, 3 weeks apart from each other after blowing out the Raiders by like 30-40 points. You have to come, at your own house. You get absolutely ass blasted by a tight end led offense. Congratulations, Atlanta Falcons fans. It is really, really, really great to show once again why you guys are nothing but a poverty franchise. But with that being said, the New Orleans Saints went into Atlanta and defeated the Atlanta Falcons 21-16 in a game that was a massive roller coaster. This game was not cut and dry. This game was not a large win in the Saints' favor. No, this game was nothing close to an ideal win. I know you guys remember that game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was an ideal win. The game versus the Detroit Lions minus the early deficit was an ideal win. We have had ideal wins this season, but this was not one of them. It was not an ideal win. There were a lot of other ways I would have liked to win this game. I would have liked to keep the momentum when we were up 14-6 or when we were up 21-9, but there was a little bit of a collapse because of the fact that the offense could not stay on the field to save their lives. The defense had to play possession after possession after possession. Not having P-Rob and Janoris Jenkins, it was very apparent those 2 players were missed, so this defense was put in a very bad position by our offense, but it's okay because we were able to come through with a victory. Marshon Lattimore is one thing I want to talk about today. There are a huge plethora of topics we can talk about, but I want to start with the score recap. So the New Orleans Saints beat the Atlanta Falcons 21-16 in a pretty decent defeat. Like I said, it wasn't an ideal win, but it is what it is. We got out of Atlanta with a win. We ended up going 14-6 at one point. We had Taysom Hill throw his 2 first touchdown passes ever. We were up 21-9, and then the Falcons stormed back. It was 21-16. They were trying to put up a last-second touchdown to take the lead, but we were able to stop them on 4th and 9 in the red zone. Matt Ryan took a shot to the end zone. Julio was double covered. He wasn't able to come down with it. He almost made a spectacular grab. We got the ball back, punted it away. Atlanta got it back, and they were making another case as to why they should win this game, but they weren't able to secure the victory. Great play by the New Orleans Saints. I mean, of course, we were missing a lot of important pieces. You don't have Drew Brees. That's a big enough piece right there. But on top of that, you're missing Janoris Jenkins and Patrick Robinson, who, when they were in the game, when Patrick Robinson was in the game, the defense looked completely different. As soon as P.J. Williams got on the field, he was getting targeted every single play, and he was allowing every single reception. It was ridiculous. P.J. Williams is genuine dog shite. He did come clutch against Julio in the final seconds of this game, so shout out to him for that, but his overall game performance was not good. Someone else that collapsed in this game, dude, was Marshon Lattimore. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it was. I think he was caught up in the moment. He didn't have his footing. He was overestimating what was going to happen, and Calvin Ridley was getting the best of him on multiple occasions. But it's okay because, like I said, the defense was able to come up with clutch stops to win us this game in the long run. Let's go ahead and look at the most important stat line of this game, and that is Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill had a relatively solid game up until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is really where his demise started. He didn't play terribly in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't anything compared to the first 3 quarters of football that he played that were absolutely fantastic. Taysom Hill went 27 for 37 with 232 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Don't let that 0 interception total fool you, though, because he did turn the ball over on the Atlanta's 8-yard line. We were poised to score, and he fumbled. So that was a little bit of it was one of those controversial like pass fumbles. It was really weird, but it is what it is. They ended up getting the ball and they capitalized off that fumble. So Taysom Hill, I'm genuinely impressed with this performance today. Now, I don't like how he played in the fourth quarter, but you gotta keep in mind this is a dude who's playing his third start in the National Football League, period, and I think he did a damn good job at running this offense. It looked like it was in his control. He was hitting different receivers. His passes were mainly accurate for the whole first 3 quarters of football that he played. I am very impressed, and I really like the result that we got with Taysom. I think he played a fantastic game. Sure, we only put up 21 points, but this was a game where just like the first Falcons game, a lot of things were left out on that field. We could have scored a multitude of other times, but it's just what is it called? A grace period for Taysom Hill. He isn't going to be perfect as it's only his third start. We have to give him time to develop those instincts that quarterbacks have, like Drew Brees has, where he doesn't miss stuff. So, yes, Taysom Hill did miss a few things, but overall played a very good game. He also had 14 attempts for 83 rushing yards as well, on top of that 232-yard passing yard total. So he had over 300 yards of offense on his own. Fantastic showing by Taysom. I'm very impressed with it. Another player I like to see that we got going here was Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara had 15 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. That's amazing. I love that. He played a great game. He was looking a little bit rough at the start, but he ended up breaking off a few big runs and looking like his old self. That was very, very nice to see. Michael Thomas also got going as well with 9 receptions for 105 yards. Traquan Smith had 3 receptions for 42 yards and a touchdown. Jared Cook had 3 receptions for 28 yards and a touchdown after dropping a few passes that had everyone like, what in the world? But yeah. It wasn't this game wasn't really a stat game. It was more of a storyline game. Taysom Hill's third start ever in his NFL career. The Saints going up against the Falcons, they don't really get swept by us often, and they were looking to avoid that, but the Saints went ahead, clamped down, and got that sweep done. The Saints did a lot with this game. They helped their playoff seeding immensely. They keep themselves in the race for the top of the NFC. We are now 10-2. The last time we were 10-2 was in 2018. We didn't go 10-2 in 2019. This season feels special, boys. 21-16 over the Falcons. Like I said, helps us in the playoff run a lot. We are now 100% guaranteed a playoff spot. We have clinched a playoff berth and hold the first seed in the NFC still. We control our own destiny. That much hasn't changed. Very, 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 very tough-earned, adrenaline-run win that we got in this situation. God, Atlanta, I'm telling you guys always know how to make a game interesting, no matter how trash I call you. Good stuff to the defense. We had three sacks. Nothing like our 8 and 9 sack totals from the other 2 games, but we still did our thing, and I am very, very proud of this team for, without Drew Brees, hanging in there and getting that win when we need to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. We were the better team on the field today. We are the better team over Atlanta by far. But when you face adversity, it makes things a lot closer than they should be. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. Oh, by the way, player of the game, Taysom Hill.
Zero gravity falling. Like I'm jumping on a trampoline.